This is case number 252592 SD. Appearances counsel.
Courtney Lawrence on behalf of the people.
Fully Burnett, Your Honor, on behalf of the defendant, Tyler Borzma.
And we are here for a final pre-trial. Is there any resolution in this matter?
There is, Your Honor. The defendant is going to plead no contest to an added count of ORV impaired, and the people will dismiss count 1, ORV operating while intoxicated.
Mr. Barnett?
That is correct. We're probably here for our fourth or third final pretrial. We appreciate the court working with us and helping us figure out the court's policy. We're although the plea bargains were better, we respect what's happening. We agree to the impaired driving on the ORV.
And the reason for the no contest plea?
He was unconscious, so even the police saw him. They do have medical records if the court wanted to look at those. They provided a 1-page that Ms. Lawrence found. He was unconscious to the police when they got there. He had a severe head injury, which led him to be in the hospital for 2 weeks or more. He's still working through that.
So, Mr. Barnett, I have received, it looks like page 1 of 3 of a Wexford Sheriff's Office report, case number 832500650. Is that the document you're referring to?
Yes, Your Honor.
Is the intent for this, the court to review this for the factual basis, or is there more to be provided?
No, Your Honor, we do have a full police report for that. I think that page was just to show the note for the reason for the no contest plea.
Okay. Ms. Lawrence, do you have an exhibit you'd like marked?
Yes, Your Honor.
Mr. Borzma, have you heard what the attorneys have said the resolution in this case is?
Yeah.
And is that how you wish to resolve it?
Yeah.
Maybe not how you wish, but how you agree to resolve it?
Yeah.
All right, will you please raise your right hand? Do you solemnly swear or affirm the testimony you give in this matter will be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
Yes.
It's my understanding that you'll be pleading no contest to an added count of operating an ORV while visibly impaired. That is a misdemeanor of up to 93 days in jail and or a fine of $300. Additionally, the court could sentence you to community service for no more than 45 days. The reason for the no contest plea is due to lack of memory, correct?
Yeah, I don't remember at least 2 weeks.
So do you understand that a no contest plea is this, you're accepting responsibility as if you're saying you were guilty, you're just not able to say that you are guilty. Do you understand that?
Yeah.
Do you also understand that the court, in order to accept a factual basis, is going to review a document, looks like a police report and a lab report, to determine whether there is a factual basis, and I can use that for sentencing purposes as well.
Okay.
And there's only certain ways that the court can accept a no contest plea, and the reason you've given is one of them. So we'll move forward under the no contest. Back on April 12th of this year, were you on probation or parole? Were you on bond?
No.
Do you remember reading and signing this advice of rights form, talk about your rights to a trial and your rights to an attorney?
Yeah, I believe so.
Do you understand that you do have the right to a trial?
Yeah.
And that you have the right to an attorney?
Yeah.
You would also have the right to call witnesses to speak for you at trial and to cross-examine any witnesses. You also have the right to remain silent and not have that silence used against you. Do you understand that?
Yeah.
Do you also understand that by entering a no contest plea today, you'll be giving up the right to have a trial and you won't have a trial of any kind?
Yeah.
Has anybody promised you anything in order to get you to plea today,
No.
other than the plea agreement?
No, it's that.
Okay. Has anybody threatened you in any way? And is it your own free choice to plea today?
Yeah.
Are counsel aware of any other promises, threats, inducements not made part of the record?
No.
No, Your Honor.
Then, Mr. Borzma, to the allegation that on or about April 12th, 2025 in Selma Township, how do you plead to the added count of operating an ORV while visibly impaired?
No contest.
Council, I've been provided with People's Exhibit number 1, which is the Wexford County Sheriff's report that we discussed earlier, except I believe it's the full report. Case number 832500650, and People's Exhibit number 2, which is a State of Michigan Department of State Police Forensic Science Division Laboratory Report number TX25-5159. Do people move for its submission?
Yes, Your Honor.
Mr. Barnett, any objection?
No, Your Honor.
All right, give me a moment to review those. All right, council, do you believe that People's Exhibits numbers 1 and 2 form a factual basis to accept the plea and that the court rules have been complied with?
Yes, Your Honor.
Yes, Your Honor.
As does the court, I find the plea is knowing, voluntary, and accurate. In particular, People's Exhibit number 1, the police report indicates that on April 12th, 2025, at approximately 21:17 in Selma Township, law enforcement were called to an ORV accident. Upon arrival, Mr. Borzma was being loaded into an ambulance. Witnesses reported that they had been drinking at a house and at Coyote Crossing. It was estimated that Mr. Borzma had approximately 4 to 7 beers. And then they were operating ORVs as well. While due to the medical issue, they were not able to do field sobriety tests, so a search warrant was obtained, and People's Exhibit number 2 indicates that at the time of the analysis, his blood alcohol content was a 0.098. Accordingly, Mr. Borzma, I find you guilty of operating an ORV while visibly impaired. I also find the interests of justice are well served in allowing the defendant to enter a no contest plea given his lack of memory of the event. I assume we're able to sentence today. I see there's a substance use assessment in file and a letter from Catholic Human Services.
Yes, Your Honor.
Give me just a moment to review that assessment. Okay, do council have any additions or corrections to the substance use assessment?
No, Your Honor.
No, Your Honor.
Allocution, Mr. Burnett?
Thank you, Your Honor. Tyler, it has been a pleasure to assist in this matter. We dragged it out. I'm sorry that's happened, but we are where we are and we are ready for sentencing. He's 34, single, no children, high school grad. He's done some trade school, some college. He works at a music malt factory. He's done that for over 4 years. He's a machinist. He's a CTL, only one. Lives with his parents, actually. They're all longtime county employees, retired electrical inspector, county sheriff, matron. They're a law-abiding family. Tyler's embarrassed about what happened. Basically, drinking from and driving. He's a good ORV driver. His friends suspect they stirred up some dust and he couldn't tell what was going on. And it helped to be drunk. And then you get the tree head on a corner and almost killed himself. With that said, he's done his assessment. It doesn't say there's any need for anything other than the alcohol highway safety education program, VIP. He has completed that. He's been under the court's thumb since July or June, probably June, and there were in October. So I would ask the court to consider no probation, issue a sentence of fines and costs. Okay.
Thank you. Ms. Lawrence?
This is one of those assessments that is relatively positive, but yet he does score a 7 on one of the simple screening tools, which does indicate a need for full intervention. This is one of those cases that is very scary. The defendant seriously injured himself. Although he was only a 0.098, that blood was taken several hours after the incident. So he clearly was a lot more drunk when this occurred. And although it's very unfortunate what happened to the defendant, he's very lucky that he did not hurt other people. He only hurt himself. I do think that although it's not a car, it is still a motor vehicle and he still could have caused some serious damage and he did to himself. I think a period of probation would be appropriate and I would ask the court to sentence him to 12 months probation. Thank you.
Thank you. Mr. Borzma, you have the right to address the court prior to sentencing. Is there anything you'd like me to know?
I made a mistake. Sorry how it turned out. Jack can do it again.
What house, I mean, it sounds like your injuries were pretty severe.
Yeah.
How long were you laid up?
I was in the hospital for 3 weeks and then my foot was broken. I got my boot off at the end of May and still had a test done. Oh, I'm not real sure.
I read in the report that you were airlifted up to Traverse City.
Yes.
And I see you've already done the alcohol highway safety education class and the victim impact panel.
Yes.
Mr. Barnett's correct. You've been on bond since I think it was June 18th with random testings. I don't have any violations during that time. How often were you testing? Do you know?
Twice a day.
Oh, so you took the daily blow machine
Yeah.
then? Okay. All right. Okay. Anything else you'd like me to know?
No.
Are you back to work?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Well, as I said, these assessments are interesting because I should say, as I said before, these assessments get interesting at times because as Ms. Lawrence pointed out, one of the screening tools says you have a need for full intervention, but yet the others say there isn't a need. And overall, it comes back saying that you don't meet the criteria for a substance use disorder. Nor do they really have any recommendations other than to not drink and attend the victim impact panel in the highway safety education class. When I consider this case in totality, I mean, Ms. Lawrence brought up the fact that you were 0.09 several hours after the incident. So that tells me that you had a relatively high BAC at one point. I don't know exactly how high it was, but we know it was pretty sure the EMTs and hospital and medicals team didn't give you alcohol after the accident. So you would have been on the downward swing before they got your blood drawn. But I also look at somebody who was severely injured. They were in the hospital for a week. I'm sorry, 3 weeks. Still have recently got your boot off. I also have somebody who overall is not testing for having a substance use disorder. You're 31, 32, 34.
Yeah.
You have no criminal history. You're fully employed. So I can see this as being both I don't want to say a mistake because it wasn't a mistake. You consciously drank and drove, but a bad choice. And I think you'll probably be living with the after effects of that for probably the rest of your life. I'm not sure exactly what I would get or what society would get by putting you on probation. Because it appears there's no need to put you in any type of programming, and what programming I would put you on, you've already done. So I'm going to do fines and costs only in this case. There is a $75 Crime Victims' Rights Fund fee, $50 state minimum fee. $300 fine, $150 court costs. Mr. Barnett, you're retaining, correct?
Yes, Your Honor.
Ms. Lawrence, is there any requests for reimbursements?
Yes, Your Honor, to the Wexford County Sheriff's Department, and also a prosecutor.
How much to the Sheriff's Department?
What draws or?
I know MSP charges 200 for a regular and then 300 for a blood draw. I don't know what the Sheriff's Department.
It was done by a city policeman, I believe, from Traverse City.
Okay.
He was up in Monson at that point.
Do we even know if Wexford's getting charged for this?
We don't,
All right.
I just said we should ask for $100 reimbursement to Wexford County for responding.
All right, I'm not going to order any reimbursement because I don't know who that money would go to, what agency is actually out of pocket. So I'll order $100 to the prosecutor. Mr. Borzma, in certain cases, law enforcement and the prosecutor's office is able to recoup some of the costs in prosecuting these cases. This type of case is one of those. So I'm going to order $100 back to the prosecutor's office. 0 days jail with 0 days credit. Mr. Borzma, any balance that remains unpaid for more than 56 days will have a 20% penalty added to that. You can go out to the front window where you checked in, get a copy of your judgment, make a payment if you're able to. If not, get set up on a payment plan.
Okay.
Okay? Good luck.
Thank you very much, Your Honor.
Thank you, Mr. Burnett. Ms. Lawrence, Mr. Burnett, here's your copy, and Ms. Lawrence, here are yours. Court recalls the people